Watch till the very end, because only then will you truly understand the full story. This isn't just about fame or television. This is about secrets, struggles, and a journey that will keep you hooked until the last word. Everyone thought they knew why Pauley Perrette suddenly stepped away from acting. The official version was simple: she wanted peace, she wanted a quiet life. But the reality hidden behind leaked documents and whispered accounts is far darker. What really forced her out was a storm of assault allegations, safety violations, and a fear so intense that she needed therapy just to cope. To understand her story, you need to go back. Born in New Orleans on March 27, 1969, Pauley never had a rooted childhood. Her father's railroad job meant endless moving, state after state, place after place, 14 homes before she was even grown. She never belonged anywhere, but she learned how to adapt, how to read people fast, and how to survive. Though Louisiana was her birthplace, she always said Alabama felt more like home. Even before the world knew her as Abby from NCIS, Pauley was fascinated with crime and the science behind it. As other kids dreamed of glory on a stage or field, she was already thinking about joining the FBI or working with animals. Her studies in sociology, psychology, and criminology were more than degrees. They were her way of searching for answers to the darkest questions. Why do people hurt others without remorse? Then came the trauma that changed everything. In the 1980s, she was violently mugged in Atlanta. The details remain scarce, but the scars ran deep. Instead of breaking her, it ignited something powerful. From then on, she used her own pain to fuel a mission, to speak out, to fight for victims, and to never forget what it felt like to be one. Life in New York was never easy for Pauley. She bartended in underground clubs, passed out flyers on roller skates, even cooked on dinner cruise boats just to survive. With only $71 to her name when she finally landed in Los Angeles, she wasn't chasing Hollywood dreams, she was just trying to make rent. But fate had other plans. One day, while walking dogs for $5 along Sunset Boulevard, she rescued a pit bull named Cece. That dog became her anchor, her family. Years later, when she clashed with a co-star over his aggressive dog, the memory of Cece made it personal in ways no one else could understand. Her entry into acting wasn't glamorous. She stumbled into it by chance, overhearing a casting call in a coffee shop. That single moment gave her a tiny role on The Drew Carey Show. Slowly, she picked up parts in shows like Frasier and Murder One. Then came a minor appearance in Almost Famous, and though small, it showed her potential. Everything changed in 2003. She walked into the NCIS audition room wearing baggy jeans and a plain white t-shirt, looking nothing like the gothic scientist the producers had in mind. Yet the moment she stepped in, creator Don Belisario declared, "That's her." Abby Ciuto wasn't just a role, she was Pauley herself. The caffeinated energy, fast-talking charm, and warmth weren't scripted, they were real. Viewers fell in love instantly. Abby wasn't just the brain of the team, she became the heart. Fan letters poured in, merchandise sold out, and quirky details like Bert the farting hippo turned into cultural icons. Behind the scenes, Pauley made sure Abby's science was accurate, working with real forensic experts so her lines carried authenticity. She wasn't pretending. She was living the role, and fans felt it. At her peak, Pauley Perrette wasn't just another actress, she became the most popular TV crime drama star in the world. In 2011, Guinness World Records gave her a title no one had ever held before. This wasn't just about ratings, it was about likability. Viewers connected with her personally, not just with Abby. NCIS dominated television, pulling in over 18 million viewers per episode, even beating American Idol at its height. The quirky red cup of CF Pow became iconic, 7-Eleven ran promotions, and energy drink sales skyrocketed. Yet the truth? Pauley never drank it, her cup was filled with cranberry juice. But while the world adored Abby, storm clouds were gathering behind the cameras. In October 2016, Mark Harmon's rescue dog bit a crew member so severely it required 15 stitches. The set went silent, production halted, and fear settled in. Pauley demanded the dog never return, but CBS allowed it back. Her trust shattered. From that moment forward, she refused to share scenes with Harmon. Production costs soared as filming was split into separate days, separate crews. On screen, clever editing gave the illusion of connection, but in reality, they never worked side by side again. By 2018, the tension could no longer stay hidden. In her final episode, watched by 15 million people, fans saw the mystery but didn't know the truth. Then, in June 2019, Pauley broke the silence herself. At 6 a.m., she tweeted that she was terrified of Harmon, haunted by nightmares of him attacking her. She revealed she had filed multiple HR complaints, spoken about assaults, and even hired a private investigator. CBS eventually reached a private settlement with her, reportedly worth between $5 and $9 million. This wasn't about money. It was about survival, fear, and a system that had failed her. After leaving NCIS, Pauley Perrette's story took an even darker turn. She began speaking about years of being stalked, claims that weren't just paranoia, but documented. Court records showed that she had filed multiple restraining orders against men who followed her, hacked her emails, and threatened her safety. She once revealed that a stalker had broken into her home, leaving her terrified in what should have been her sanctuary. Even after legal victories, the fear never left. Every shadow felt dangerous, every knock at the door sent chills. In 2019, while her career was at a standstill, she revealed a shocking health scare. She suffered a massive stroke, leaving her unable to walk or speak properly for days. Doctors told her she was lucky to be alive. On social media, she confessed that the experience made her reflect on everything: her fame, her fears, and the fragile line between life and death. For her fans, it was heartbreaking to see the strongest goth girl on TV now fighting for her life off-screen. Yet even in her pain, Pauley remained a fighter. She dedicated her time to charity work, animal rights, and helping victims of domestic violence. But Hollywood no longer felt safe. She admitted she was done with acting, saying the industry had broken her spirit. In 2020, she quietly stepped away, never returning to the screen. Still, her fans never left her. They continued to trend her name, demanding justice, asking questions that the industry never fully answered. Why did CBS settle? What really happened on set? Why did someone so beloved vanish overnight? The silence only deepened the mystery. And it's in that silence where her legacy lies, not just Abby Ciuto, but Pauley herself, the actress who walked away at the top. Now, as we reach the end of this journey, you realize Pauley Perrette's story is not just about an actress leaving a hit show, it's a cautionary tale about fame, power, and survival. From the heights of being America's favorite TV goth to the depths of fear, betrayal, and silence, her life became stranger than fiction. And that's why I told you to watch till the very end, because only now do all the pieces connect. Behind the smiling face we saw on screen was someone battling nightmares most of us could never imagine. Stalkers, trauma, accusations of workplace abuse, health scares, each twist in her story pulled her further from the Hollywood dream and closer to the reality of isolation. Yet what makes Pauley's story unforgettable is not her downfall, it's her resilience. She walked away on her own terms. She chose peace over fame, silence over exploitation, and life over legacy. But that silence raises questions Hollywood never answered. Was her exit truly voluntary, or was she pushed out? Were her fears exaggerated, or deliberately ignored? Fans may never know the full truth, but what's undeniable is the impact she left behind. NCIS has never been the same without her. Abby Ciuto's lab, her smile, her energy, they remain frozen in time, untouched by scandal, as if preserved for fans to remember her best days, not her worst. In the end, Pauley Perrette is proof that fame can be both a blessing and a curse. She gave the world a character who inspired millions, then disappeared into the shadows, leaving us with whispers and mysteries that will outlive the headlines. And maybe that's the greatest twist of all. Sometimes the biggest story is the one that's never fully told.